All right, and welcome back to BCB Live, the safest station in the nation. Drive safe, Dave, Sir Rick here, and we get a rare opportunity to have Amy back on again. Amy Roosa from the founder of the Safety Rack. How are you doing, Amy?
Hey guys, I'm doing good. How are you?
We are doing fantastic. It's so nice to see you back on the show. You got a lot of new news for us, right? You got a lot of stuff you want to talk to us about, right?
I do, but first I have to say congratulations. I saw that the Women in Trucking Association named you guys as one of the best employers for women in trucking. So, congratulations.
Thank you so much, and thankful.
Yeah,
We're thankful that we have some women in here that are just absolutely amazing,
Yeah.
folks. Blessed to have what we have here at this company
True
to
leaders.
make things happen. True leaders, and the only ones that get things done.
Well, wait a second.
It's a fact.
well, it is. It's a fact. You can count on
Yeah,
it.
but we at least some of the men get to take some of the credit, even though we don't
No,
get any of the work
No,
done.
we're
We get
good
to-
at taking credit. You know how that is.
Small credit.
So we will take it, earned or not. We will take it. I get it, Drastic. I love the background. Again, a big fan of all the
Thank
colors
you.
you have there. Wow, that's just, that is real, Drive Safe Dave. That is a woman after my own heart right there.
Yeah, I know. I got you, and you know what? We're going to get you some more PPE coming up. But hey, Amy, so let's see. So since the last time you spoke, you are the co-founder of the Iowa Women in Safety, and since today kicks off National Safety Month, how is it going? How's your organization doing?
We're doing good. We have planning going for the October conference in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We have a good lineup of both safety and professional development topics ready to go. And I'm really excited about it. I think this year will be our fourth year and we'll have a larger turnout. So,
What are some of those? What are some of those? What are some of those things that y'all are going to have? Like specifically.
so on the safety side, for the safety professionals, we are going to have topics about like how to become a better presentation speaker. We have topics on workers' comp. We have a couple of lawyers coming in for that. We also have OSHA coming in to talk. And then on the professional development side, we have people coming in to talk about how to job hunt or ask for that raise that you might not feel comfortable asking for a raise. And then just general empowerment type topics, how to become a better leader.
Wow, that sounds exciting, and that's going to be in. You said in September,
October 20th.
October. I'm sorry.
And Drive Safe, he's a guy that never has a problem asking for a raise. He's just always, you know what? Just put a cam film on him. He'll have no problem. Hey, guys, can I get a raise?
And if it fits, if the shoe fits.
Hey, so the last time you were on, it was we were celebrating women in trucking or women in trucking history and logistics and all that. Since then, you've gone out and you've founded your own company as well, right?
Yeah, don't know what I was thinking other than just needing to do it. I had a lot of people pushing back on me to do it. And so I took the dive and I started the Safety Rack. So currently, that is a YouTube channel where I review women's PPE garments. Started it because I hear a lot of women across all the trades say, I can't find PPE that fits me. And I know I can find it because I know a lot of these vendors and I've been sourcing it for myself. So it just made sense for me to start the YouTube channel, start doing the product reviews. But then from there, it became well, are you going to have a storefront? Are you going to have a website? And so next month, the Safety Rack will be launching into a full blown website where I will share all those resources. Where, if you're a woman and you need workwear or high vis, you can come find it there instead of Googling and spending all your time trying to narrow down where this stuff is located.
Why is it? And I know we've talked about this before, but I'd like you to go over it again for everybody. Why is it important that women have their source of their own PPE?
I think you become a walking entanglement. So I've been on job sites where I've been handed a men's vest or a unisex vest, which is really just a men's vest. And I get caught on things or it doesn't fit properly. And then that actually becomes a hazard, both safety wise and psychologically. If I'm not fitting in my clothes properly, I'm going to be focused on that all day. And it's going to get to me at the end of the day. Typically, manufacturers have said there's not a market for it. But what manufacturers forget is there's 70 plus trades out there and over 8.5 million women that need proper PPE. And there are really good companies out there like Utility Pro who makes a good line of product for women, but there's not enough of them. And so what I've sourced over the last few months is a lot of smaller companies that were women in trades that started making their own products as well. And I want to be able to highlight that, get it out there to the women that need it, and let them choose what product they feel is best for them on the job site.
You know, you talk about it, and not only it's interesting and necessary that it fit well, but I really see that they're starting to not only make the garments be safe and everything, but appealing, right? I mean, actually, I mean, a little bit more, you know, something that you want to put on, you know, that you go in because it fits. Not only does it fit you well, but it looks good on you, and we all want to wear clothes that look good on us. I mean, do you find that more and more as they do these lines?
I am now seeing a lot more style, a lot more color being involved, different fits, more pockets for us because we typically have never gotten pockets. Don't know why. But it's not great at the end of the day for me to carry everything in my hands on a job site either because now I'm an additional hazard. So you're going to see a lot more styles coming out. I will be highlighting them as I find them, as I buy them, as I source them, and I get them out on the YouTube channel or the Instagram channel.
Hey, who are some of the, aside from Utility Pro Wear, who are some of the other people that make that clothing that really does fit well for the women?
So you have brands like Radiant, Utility Pro, of course, Xena Footwear, Juno Jones. You have CoverGirls. I think I'm saying that one right. They make FR coveralls. You have Bulwark. You have VF Apparel. And then I'm currently sourcing a bunch of workwear from overseas, like Eve Workwear, which makes really good high quality pants like Dovetail does, and then True Works also. So the list goes on, and those are just the ones I have off the top of my head that you can also see behind me. And this is just a small sample size. If you actually saw what was under my feet right now, you'd have a heart attack like my husband. Because every day he comes home from work, there's more boxes. And he's like, now what are you getting?
You know, as we look at it and as we talk about this stuff, it seems like there's a lot of innovation that comes along when they start to dive into different, you know, the PPE for different people. It seems like they come up with different ideas, different, you know, things that are necessary and doing certain things for certain areas of the industry, right? Not everybody has the same exact need, not just high visibility, but other things. Are any of those things you might want to highlight or talk about in the innovation area?
So you're seeing more design for women's protection with fall protection. Different harnesses. I know 3M was the first one to come out with the harness that went across in an X because it fit a woman more comfortably in the chest area. We have to have this conversation. Women have different sizes in the chest. We need to have the harness fit differently. Shoes, you're going to see a difference in shoes now. My Xena shoes that I wear to work, they actually have a heel on it, but it's a steel toed. She also makes a rider's boot that's really neat to wear. So you see that style and form and functionality get put in. One of the things that I'm starting to see more of in the industry is gloves that are a smaller fit for women. Traditionally, even if you look at, I think the OSHA top 10, you're going to see a lot of hand injuries, glove injuries out there. And so you're going to have brands like Ironclad that make smaller gloves that actually hold our fingers in our sizes. So obviously my hand's smaller than your guys' hand, but it also comes down to the form on the finger, right? The thickness, the width, the length, that is all important for us to be able to do our job and do it safely.
Amy, you're going to be, I understand, you're going to join us at least for a show, maybe longer, in Iowa at the I-80 Truckers Jamboree. Will you be, I just got to tell you this because the independent contractors, the truck drivers are going to be there. Are you going to bring some of that gear as well to kind of show off, to share with some of the women that are there?
I am. I will be wearing gear too. I will be bringing my Juno Jones, which I think women in trucking will absolutely love. But also, the Safety Rack will be coming out to do a series called The Safety Rack Presents Women in Trucking. So if you're a woman at the Jamboree, am I saying it right? Jubilee? At I-80 Truck Stop, I will be out there. If you'd like to film a segment with me and be interviewed, I will feature you on my YouTube page and my Instagram page. We'll be talking about how you got into trucking as a woman, the benefits of it, and how women that might be considering it should consider it. So I'll be out there all day, probably both Thursday and Friday, filming that content.
You know, I tell you what's exciting more than anything is that you're changing the industry in the PPE by helping to bring to light the needs and also the desires of the consumer. I mean, I see when you say 8 million people out there, I see 8 million possible buyers. And when you do that, you create a genuine need, and that people need to turn their head and take focus and understand how important it is these needs are to get done in the industry. And I appreciate what you do in leading this charge and holding the banner and running in and saying, hey, look, make a difference, make a change that's needed for this, not only for the safety, but you're going to better these products for all of us. Yeah. Every single person out there, whether they're man, woman, it doesn't matter. You're going to make them better because they're going to focus on this garment. Because before they were just the utilitarian, throw it on and it's shiny. Oh, that solves all the problems. Well, you know what? I like the idea that you're bringing fashion to safety.
Amy, when you're 18 or 19 years old, let's just go back a couple of years. Did you think that, you know what, one day I'm gonna be this PPE guru. I'm gonna have boxes of stuff behind me, clothes lined up on racks behind me. Was that there at 21, or when did that dream really come into play?
Well, 21 was almost 20 years ago, so it's a lot longer than you just
I
stated.
said a couple years. You know what? You would never know.
We said a couple.
You would never know.
Put a zero on it.
I think you're just being sweet, so I bring you some sweet corn from Iowa next month. You know, I got into safety because I actually watched my dad, who was a trucker for over, I think, 30 years, talk about road safety when he was part of, I think, ABATE of Iowa. And he did motorcycle riders classes for safety. And I got to see that impact very early on. And I was just like, you know, maybe safety's where I need to be. Fell into it. But I never thought it would get to this point. It got to this point because I was frustrated with the industry. I was frustrated with not being able to find the product that I needed. And it's not fair to the next generation to have to be in the same spot that I'm in. So that's what I'm trying to resolve. And I think the feedback I've gotten is very positive, and because of that, it makes me get fired up to continue doing this and to continue to drive the message home to everybody.
So let's talk about these goals. I know you've got, it's coming out next month. What are some of your big, I know we've got some short-term goals this month and next month, but what are the big long-term goals you've got here over the next couple of years?
To grow the network, to merge all these trades into the website to be a resource, not just from the PPE standpoint, but also the psychosocial hazards for women that they face in trades.
Wow.
And to use my platform to give them a voice to the issues that they are facing so that employers and people that want to be their advocate on the job site have those resources too to advocate for them and to stand up and say, some things aren't right, we need to do better, we need to increase this, or we need to get more women in, but we don't know how. I want the website to be able to help people resolve those issues at the end of the day. So that's the long-term goal. Short-term goal is just to get the website up and running right now and to get the message out there that this is out there. I was on TikTok the other day, and I see all these videos of women complaining that they can't find any workwear, and I'm in the comments section going, no, I'm here, I'm doing this. So it's just a matter of getting all the dots connected short term and getting it all funneled to the channel.
Yeah. Amy, do you have a TikTok channel yourself?
I do. It's just, I think it's just my name, Amy Roosa.
All All right.
Right
Amy,
now.
we're up to one video right now, just so you know. BCB Live, we posted our first one, and I don't know, we're like, I give our folks here a little grief on. I feel like we're one-hit wonders, you know. We did our one hit, now we're done. But look for more of ours coming on. Amy, we'll look for you on yours, and we want to make sure, you know, through social media, through what we do on BCB Live, that we're helping you to share your story, to help create success in what you're doing, because it is so critical that all of us, men and women, are going out there and having clothes that fit, because you're absolutely right. When you're out there with clothing that's loose and it doesn't quite fit you, number one, mentally you're not there. You're not able to focus. And number two, you face dangers of getting caught on something. And I just think that we can't impress upon what you're saying enough. What you're doing is critical. We're there to help push it along. You know what? We are so thankful for all that you do. Thankful for what you do for the industry. And you know what? Kudos to you for creating a company, for creating something to fix an issue, not just going out there and marching around Washington and saying we need better clothing, but to open up your own business and doing something about it. I love the entrepreneurs.
Oh, thank you. And I love you guys too. I can't wait to meet you guys next month in person.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast, Amy. So I want to make sure that we talk about, before you get out of here, I want to make sure that we talk about your two organizations. Number one, your Iowa Women in Safety. How do they get in contact with you, or how do they get in contact with that organization?
So you can either find me on LinkedIn under Amy Roosa. You can connect to me there, or we have a Facebook page that is private called the Iowa Women in Safety. You don't have to be from Iowa to join it. You're more than welcome to join. And then for the Safety Rack, you can find me on Instagram at the Safety Rack, or on YouTube at the Safety Rack. And hopefully soon I will be sharing content of the website on those channels.
You know, when you get it up and running and you get going, you need to make sure you contact us so we can get you back on and we can highlight your channel, your program, and what you got going on, so that we can work together to make this cause even better when you get it back up and running.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, Amy, before you get out of here, we always like our guests to say who you are, who you work for, and that you are watching BCB Live, the safest station in the nation. Can you do that for us?
Hi, everyone. I'm Amy Roosa, CEO and founder of the Safety Rack, and you are watching BCB Live, the safest station in the nation.
Bam!
There you go.
Amy,
Well,
thank you so much for what you do.
We'll see you in July.
Thanks.
Hey, God bless. Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Man, just a phenomenal day once again. You know, love her energy, love what she does.
Absolutely.
And her cause. You know what? I do mean that. You know what? When you find something that's missing, when you find an area in anything at your job, no matter what it is, if you find a solution, jump all in. She jumped in, Dave, and created an answer, a way to create success in our industry by having clothing that fits those women. Just one of the many things she does. Phenomenal. Amy, we love you. We're coming up next. You got Double Check Dale in the house. Drive safe, Dave, with a little weather. Next on BCB Live.
This segment has been brought